I gotta admit, the view walking up to Briqueville is truly breathtaking. The main city is set up on 3 different tables that form a U shape, with another table for the entire ocean and what's underneath the water. This elevated section above the railroad tracks has my first mock in this video, a little pet store paired nicely with the Creator 3-in-1 Main Street. Moving along is the gas station and 7-Eleven mock, a beautiful townhouse by Brick Artisan, and my flower shop with a grow room and an apartment on the top floor. Swinging around to the front side of the street is the beautiful art factory. You can find a review recently on my page. The first of 3 train stations in Briqueville, and the Louis Bricks record store right next door. There's a little coffee shop and the burger and fry stands, and then across the street is the donut shop and my brand new smoke shop mock. And here is a quick look at the entire neighborhood. Moving on is the first skyscraper in Briqueville. This is the Friends Community Center, and it is attached to the community kitchen. And then right next door to it is this gorgeous modular building, the Tudor Corner. Just past this bus full of tourist aliens, you're gonna get a glimpse of Pride Plaza. Here you'll find drag queen story time, a beautiful creek, and this courageous firefighter trying to rescue a cat. Past the community pool is the Ambassador apartment complex. Here you will find a home to all of the different Lego minifigure ambassadors that have been sent to Briqueville. And finishing off this block is the new shopping street modular with some added wall art. This is a cute off-brand set that's based on Notting Hill. Back in the corner is Hooper's and an old abandoned shrimp factory, and my mock of the City Central train station with an extended second platform and elevator to the upper levels. Finishing off this corner is a newsstand, a bus stop, and Brick Artisan's beautiful Jade Townhouse. The middle section of Briqueville is set up in 3 different parts. The upper level is mostly modular buildings, with facade-style buildings across the front and Briqueville Park front and center. So we'll start back in this corner. Al's Barbershop and Detective Office, Birch Books, the Jazz Club. Then we have Assembly Square with the Brick Bank on the very end. There's an escalator to the subway right in front of the Brick Bank that leads to a fully decorated interior and an elevator to get back up on the other side. The center of the upper level is my beautiful botanical garden park. One of the best sets to come out of the Friends line. I didn't really feel the need to get the big one. I added a small ramen stand that's struggling with electricity and this little artist area. And this makes a great focal point for the upper level. Continuing down the upper level is the Boutique Hotel and the Natural History Museum, followed by my personal favorite, the Downtown Diner. Past another small food stand leads to the police station with the corner garage on the very end. This is the Dragon's Head Pub by Under the Bricks on Briqueville, and I was gifted a second holiday Main Street, so I just took off the snow and put it in the city. Sesame Street is up next, followed by the townhouse from the TV show The Nanny. I have the Friends Art School and this alternative brand City Cafe. A little park and a cutout gives a view of the subway before leading on to Grimald Place, and my mock of the Tuner Garage on the very end. After a quick stop at a small bakery, take the pedestrian bridge across the railroad tracks that'll lead you right into Briqueville Park, featuring a little fishing spot and a tire swing, my small tribute to Schitt's Creek.
I'm sorry for not responding to like one text, David!
And on the other side of the tracks, the local LARPing group likes to hang out. Coming around the front side of the park is a small farmer's market, my self-proclaimed world-famous Briqueville sign. Make sure to stop at my Space Diner mock before heading back across the footbridge. We're starting this side of the table with a mock I made of the Friends Garden Cafe. And this is Andrea's Modern Mansion, redesigned by Brick Artisan. Another one of my absolutely favorite Friends sets is this Friendship Movie Night. And with the push of a button, they're instantly watching a movie about UFOs. Right on the other side of the railroad tracks is this small little gathering of dinosaurs and a curious alien. And this is my doubled up mock of the City Ice Cream Shop. It looks like Plaz Tickman is breaking some news. The third train station in Briqueville is also where I keep the remote for the train. Life hack if you don't want to lose that remote. Easy access right off of the train is my custom Lego store. The very first mock I made is this enlarged version of the pizza restaurant from the Lego City Corner, the modular townhouse, and another mock by Brick Artisan. This one is the noodle shop. Right behind the Lego store is the mayor's office, with a custom beauty salon right next door. The other side of the street is my hospital and firehouse mock. Next door, hopefully with very thick walls, is the Assembly Theater. The very first skyscraper in Briqueville, the Daily Bugle, and Sanctum Sanctorum right next door. And with Ant-Man ready to fight the Chitauri right in the middle of the street, That means only one thing, and that up next is the absolutely beautiful Avengers Tower. A very tedious build with all the windows, but it looks great. And hilariously, right next door is this tiny little post office mock I made. The skies in Briqueville have a little bit of everything, from helicopters to planes to spaceships to Star Wars and even flying houses. But these are my favorites. Starting off strong with the Narwhal hot air balloon. This is the World War II era biplane from the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade set.
You're a wizard, Harry.
And this is about the extent of the Star Wars Lego I have in my house. And of course, Carl and Ellie's house from Pixar's Up. There are so many knots under those balloons. And even though it's not technically in the sky, I need to give a shout out to this Pharrell Williams piece-by-piece spaceship because it looks cool as hell. From the other side of the Friends Cafe, we get to take a look at the newest building in Briqueville, the Barweir Arcade, which sits right behind the Hidden Side Shrimp Shack. Love that build, it was so great. Swinging around to the front is a heavily modified version of the 3-in-1 surf shop that I built out for the start of my boardwalk, which runs all the way down the table. Right past a couple of parking spots, you'll find the Briqueville Carnival, featuring the 3-in-1 Ferris wheel, a brick loot drop tower, and the Loomy Bricks traveling circus. This circus made my top 10 list of favorite builds last year. The Lego Ideas Lighthouse is a great place to start as we work our way down the beach. This is a cute off-brand boat dock, and this pier was one of the first things I built when I decided to have an ocean. And I'm using this one-piece set as a cabana bar. A set of stairs lead up to the upper level, and the beach continues on to the lifeguard stand and a second pier. A couple small rafts and boats, and my tribute to Titanic swings us right around in front of Lady Brickerty. Making our way further out eventually gets us to Animal Crossing Island. I'm missing a couple of sets from the latest wave, but I'm sure they'll make their way into this at some point. And at the very edge of the table is my Castaway Island. Now we'll make our way all the way back across the front of the table, and let's go underwater. I wanted to make sure that the Black Lake set lined up with each other, and it makes a great entrance into the underwater section. It features a lot of custom-made coral and leaf pieces spread out throughout the entire surface of the bottom of the ocean. And even though technically half of this set is supposed to be out of water, I think this Avatar set looks great underneath. You'll see several fish and creatures from 3-in-1 sets that they've set out over the years, and some Lego City Ocean sets. And just like all of the airplanes that are hanging over the city, I use some very, very strong fishing line, which unfortunately glows under this light, but it still looks very cool. I use a lot of clear and translucent poles and bricks to add some elevation as well to make the minifigures and fish and creatures look like they're swimming through the water. From a different angle, you can get a better look at some of the plants and sea life before making our way into Bikini Bottom. These are a couple of sets that I picked up from Five Below a couple of years ago. Unfortunately, I am missing the chum bucket. I wish I had that to complete this little set. Maybe one day I'll get my hands on it. Basically anything that I thought would look good underwater made its way in here, including the dragon from Shang-Chi, a couple of Friends sets, and anything else that I thought would be a really great fit. And directly out of the water from here takes us right back to Animal Crossing Village. I really hope you've enjoyed this deep dive, this close look into everything that is Briqueville. If there's something else that you want to take a little closer look at, please let me know. It's been really, really fun doing this, and I'm glad you stuck around. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you real soon.